light green all across the board. CPI numbers coming up Wednesday before the opening bell. Hey there, Tamir from פיבונאצ'י here. Daily market recap for June 10th. Like, subscribe, and let's see the charts. Don't go anywhere, don't fast forward, don't skip any setup. We will talk about the SPY, the QQQ, Dow Jones, IWM, crypto, Magnificent 7, and of course, the top 5 gainers from the last trading day. So let's start with the SPY. Inside candle, the 533 area is still holding a support. In the past 3 trading days, Thursday, Friday, and Monday, the 533 holding a support. Not much of a price action. As you can see, this red line, we know this red line. We drew it few days back, maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago, and this red line still holding as a resistance for the higher highs. Now the 536.90 is the resistance. Above it, 541 and 548, with the 533 holding as support. Let's see how the market will react to the CPI numbers, and we also have FOMC meetings. So Wednesday, be prepared for super volatile price action if the market will not like what the CPI numbers has to show him. 530, 525, and 518 incoming, of course. This is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence. This is only my opinion. The QQQ closed the day with 0.4% to the upside, 460, 461 in the 3 past trading days is the support. Below it, 456 and then 450. And also here, the upper border of this massive broadening formation still holding as resistance for the higher highs. Yes, there is such thing as a good resistance. This is the perfect example of a good resistance, this upper red line. Why? Because as long as the price of the QQQ is stuck to this trend line from the downside, or even better, from the upside, the way is up. So yes, broadening formation, the only true formation, how price aggregates, price moves. Dow Jones continue its struggle to stay above the lower border of the yellow zone. Look at this, in the past 4 trading days. Before it, it was resistance. Now support, the 388 is the support, breaking down and under, and we will go retest the 384, and once again, the lower border of this option channel. Long continuation, and we will see 391, 393. Tuesday, tomorrow, it's already my today. I'm not expecting much of a price action a day before CPI. Let's see. For now, IWM holding above the 198 area with a 0.34 to the upside, still inside a downtrend channel, bouncing off the lower border of the downtrend channel. Let's see continuation, but in my opinion, if we want to go long on the IWM, we need at least 2-3 days breaking above this downtrend channel. Like, subscribe, check the links in the description below. Join me today for a magnificent journey. I will take you. I will hold your hand by hand. We will start this journey, and I will not let you go until you will become a profitable trader. Whether you want to be a swing trader, whether you want to be a day trader, whatever you want, I will teach you everything that you need, and I will not let go until you will want to let go of my hand, because you will be able to do money by yourself, whether as a part-time, whether as a second income, third income, or as a full-time trader. I will teach you everything. Check the links in the description below. Choose the one-on-one live mentorship or the same program, pre-recorded, the expert online program, both programs, lifetime access, support, guidance, FTI, and all Discord channels. Invest in yourself before you put your money on anything else. Bitcoin, for the time that I'm recording this video, 2% to the downside, breaking below the yellow zone, sell signal on the daily. Now, the 67 is the support, 600 is the support, below it 66, and we have a double top scenario over here, breaking below the 66,300, and we will see 63 and 61 to the downside. Ethereum, for the time that I'm recording this video, continues to slide down on the lower border of this broadening formation. Now, the 3,500 is the support. Below it, embrace yourself. The same price action we saw on this candle back in May, we might see once again, but now to the downside, back to the 3,200 and back to the 3,000. MAGS, the Magnificent 7 ETF, 3 consecutive days, doji after doji, doji after doji. The Magnificent 7 ETF is waiting for the CPI numbers to come out. The 4240 is the support. Below it, back retesting the lower border of this option channel. Long continuation above the 4316, and then 44 and 4540 to the upside. Overall, bullish on all time frames on this ETF. SOXX bouncing back up with a new all-time highs, 1.44%. Now the 238 is the support, long continuation, and we will see 251 and 259 to the upside. Also 284 is in the cards while we are inside this option trend channel. SOXX bullish on all time frames. We are good to go long. Once again, my opinion only. Do your own due diligence. TAN, the solar ETF, back to life. 290 to the upside, broke once again above the yellow zone. Now let's see continuation above the 47.87, and then back to the 50, above 50. We have also this magnificent option channel above 49. We will see 54 and then 61. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this ETF? What do you think about this sector, about the solar sector? Are you holding some of these components? XLU, the utilities ETF, broadening formation, once again proves itself as the only true formation. Look at this. Nice bounce off the lower board of the broadening formation, the 69.75 holding. Now all we need is continuation above the 71.70, and then we are heading towards the 72.90, and then you have all future resistance for price action. What if XLU will break to the downside? Always ask yourself what if, and always prepare for both sides. You can take also this broadening formation over here a little bit closer. Breaking below the 69.70, we will see 68.90 and 67.80. Always prepare for both sides. Never be biased. Like, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, because we are going live 8:29 Eastern time, preparing together for the next trading day. Microsoft, this gap is filled. Microsoft holding above the upper border of the yellow zone, above the 422. Also broke the 427.90. It was support, it was resistance, broke above it. Now let's see Microsoft going to a new all-time highs above the 433.60. Overall, bullish on all time frames on Microsoft. Nvidia, look at this candle on Nvidia. Ignore this candle, it's a glitch. It's a glitch on trading view. Overall, if we take like this, ignore this tail, it's not a real tail, it's a glitch in trading view. Overall, inside candle, doji, but we are still in an uptrend. even after the split, still in an uptrend until proven otherwise. Nvidia, where Nvidia might be heading next. Take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, take it to the upside, and Fibonacci will give you everything that you need. 112.73 together with the lower border of this uptrend channel is the support. Long continuation above the 125 towards 143 and 170 overall. Bullish on all time frames on Nvidia. Apple, after the WWDC, Apple, in my opinion, very disappointing. Not much of an improvement, not much of a, I don't know, innovation. Or once again, on my point of view, also the market didn't like Apple. 1.9% to the downside. Look at this, all the way to the yellow zone, all the way to the lower border of this option channel. We're already 2 out of 4 time frames on the bearish. The 65 minutes and the 4 hours breaking below the 191. The daily will also become bearish. Is it the time to go long on Apple? In my opinion, no. If you're already long on Apple, you might need to consider your risk management a little bit tighter, because breaking below the 191 will lead to 188 and 182 to the downside. AMD, 4.5% to the downside. AMD back inside the yellow zone now. The 158 that is already proved itself as a very important area of support, now needs to prove itself once again as support. Otherwise, 153 gap will get filled, and then back to the 148 to the downside, and more downside incoming towards the 141. Overall, bearish on all time frames on the FTI. Even if you don't know support resistance, you don't know technical analysis, one click away, just look here. If you ask yourself, is this the time to go long on AMD? Ask yourself, ask the FTI, look at this, bearish on the weekly, bearish on the daily, bearish on the 4 hours, red, bearish on all time frames. So the answer is here. Shopify continues its way to the upside. Now, the 63.74, which was after earnings. Now, let's see continuation towards 65.70 and then 68, above 68. In my opinion, this gap at the 75 will get filled. You remember, we talked about Shopify. We waited for a daily close above the 61, and since then, Shopify continues to the upside. In my opinion, as long as Shopify is above the upper border of the yellow zone, above the 61, Shopify goes up. Meta with 2% to the upside. Meta continues its way up. Above the 502, we will see 516 and 532. Look at Meta. Since the dip after the earnings, Meta gained 21% to the upside. 21 is a Fibonacci number, some kind of a pullback. Retesting the 486, 484 will be very, very unsurprising, but Meta bullish on all time frames until proven otherwise. Google with 0.32 to the upside, but with a doji indecision holding inside and above the lower border of this option channel, holding above the upper border of the yellow zone. Now let's see continuation above the 175 towards 178.50 is the next resistance. Overall, be careful, always look left, trade right. We have this double top scenario on Google. If the CPI numbers, if the market will not like the CPI numbers, embrace yourself that Google, you will find Google at the 163 to the downside. Tesla, 2% to the downside, continues to do nothing. One day up, one day nothing, one day down. Nothing much on Tesla, still inside this triangle consolidation, very tight price action, struggling to hold inside the yellow zone, breaking below the 172. We will see 167, and then to the downside We also have 162, 155, and then this gap at the 147 will get filled. Amazon with 1.45% to the upside. Amazon, since it broke this trend line, we talked about this trend line, we have been waiting for a break above this trend line. It broke last Thursday, and since then, Amazon gave us already 3.3% to the upside, holding above the yellow zone. Now, long continuation, and we will see 190 on Amazon. Netflix, almost 0.5% to the upside. Overall, nothing much on Netflix. Still continues to move sideways. Very tight price action inside this broadening formation. Let's see Netflix another daily close above the upper border of the yellow zone, above the 641. And then we will see 650, 664. And now, for the top 5 gainers from the past trading day. CEG, Constellation Energy Corporation, 8.4% to the upside. Super bullish candle. Closed at the high of the day. Broke inside the yellow zone. Now, if we want to go long on this name, we need another daily close above the 211 and then 216, 221 and then 236 to the upside. Add CEG to your watch list. LUV, Southwest Airlines, gapped up all the way to the 30, 35. Now you have a gap to the downside. The 29 area, needs to hold the support, otherwise this gap will get filled. Long continuation above Monday's highs, and then we will meet 32, and then this gap at the 33.50 will get filled. Super interesting to follow on this one. We also have a broadening formation over here. Look at this amazing broadening formation. Broadening formation, the only true formation. We don't want this. We want this here. This is the new broadening formation. Touch at this lower border of this broadening formation and then bounce back up. This is what I will look for. Enphase, you remember we talked about TNA, the solar ETF. Look at Enphase. Enphase Energy with 6.45% to the upside. Broke above, holding above the yellow zone. The yellow zone is a very tough resistance and a very important support. Long continuation above Monday's highs, and we will see 135. I have my alert above the 135. Why? Because if I look left, I can see that all this area, the 135, 136, very tough resistance. So I'm waiting for a daily close above it, and then 143 and 152 will be the next resistance on this name. First Solar, another name from the solar sector, from the ETF, from the ton ETF. 264 holding a support. 286, 287 as resistance. Consolidation in the past 2 weeks or so after this massive bull run. Now let's see continuation above the 287, and then we will get the next run, the next leg up towards 350 and maybe even to the 390 area. LRCX, Lam Research Corporation, with 4.2% to the upside inside this massive, nice uptrend channel, bullish on all time frames. LRCX, new all-time highs. Look at this. In my opinion, yep, new all-time highs on Lam Research. Long continuation, and we will see 1040, 1077 incoming on this amazing name. Once again, thank you very much for watching this video. I do hope you found it helpful, educational. If so, like, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. 8:29 Eastern Time, we are going live together, preparing for the next trading day. Until then, stay safe.